Hey guys, and welcome to a special video on this channel. So a lot of you have been, or hopefully a lot of you have been keeping up with the Tony Stewart Sprint Car playthrough. That's been exciting. Almost 20 episodes of that now, but just recently, a couple weeks ago, they released Knoxville Raceway DLC for this game. So I'm going to take one of these series out. We'll go ahead and do the 410. And I want to pick a good car here. We'll go ahead and take one of the Tony Stewart cars. Just because I want to make sure I'm in like quality equipment. But yeah, we're going to be going to Knoxville for the first time. Just to try it out. I just want to kind of show you guys what it is, and anyone that's interested can kind of see what's going on with it. And see if it's something that they're interested in. From what I can tell, it looks to be a pretty realistic model of Knoxville. Obviously, probably not as high quality as you'd see on like iRacing, say, but obviously it's not laser scanned or anything like that, but looks pretty realistic to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do some practice laps, and I'll be with you guys for qualifying. So this definitely is a pretty fun track to run on this game. Obviously I'm doing the 410 sprint car, which is the highest class in this game, so that kind of adds another level of more fun, I guess. A little bit more level of difficulty, I guess you could say. But obviously, running with the Tony Stewart car, it's a little different than career mode, where I'm in like better equipment. So I was quite a bit faster than the AI in the practice. So we'll just go into qualifying and see how that goes. I ran a 13.78, pole position's a 13.49, so I might not get there, but I'm a hell of a lot closer than I've ever been in the career mode. So for anyone that doesn't know about sprint car racing, Knoxville, Iowa is home to the Knoxville Raceway, which is known as the sprint car capital of the world. Every year, the Knoxville Nationals, which is the biggest sprint car race in the world, takes place there. And I have to say that this is a pretty good looking version of Knoxville. It's got the really tall retaining walls, and then obviously out of turn 2 you can see the Hall of Fame right there. One thing I will say is I think the actual Knoxville track maybe is a little bit wider. I don't know, it just feels pretty narrow in this game. So we end up 7th right there. Ended up at a 13.83, which isn't too far off of what I thought we might be at. So not a bad qualifying run. It's going to put us starting, I think it said 2nd. Yeah, 2nd in Heat 3. Top 2 to the dash, just like in career mode. So ready to get underway here. 10-lap heat race right here. And another thing I kind of noticed throughout the practice was you could kind of work both lanes here. If you wanted to slow down and make the bottom work, you could do that. And if you wanted to pass on the high side and keep your momentum up there, you could do that too. So maybe a little bit better racing at this track compared to some of the others that I've been on so far as well. See, ultimately this is where I want to be in career mode. is in equipment as good as this. I think really what you see in my career mode right now is the limits of my equipment. Not to say that I'm always out driving my equipment, but it's a career mode, and you're supposed to start from the bottom. And if I was out winning every single race, it wouldn't be much fun. So I was thinking about going to the high side right there, but he kind of left the bottom open for me. One of these cars I'll kind of try and see if I can get something going on the top. Tried the top right there and it didn't work out for me too well. Maybe in the dash I'll try to run the top. Just try and run the top the whole time and see if I can kind of maintain with the other cars.
It's the last lap.
So white flag, and off of turn 4 I'm going to win this heat race by quite a bit.
I had fun. I hope all of you did too.
It's a lot more satisfying driving really nice equipment like this. It just feels better the entire time, and it feels like the AI is more balanced with me. So we're going to start third in the qualifying dash, and like I said, I'm probably going to try the top this time, and I'll try to kind of show you guys, give you an idea of what it's like around this track. I do feel like probably there's that both lines are just a little bit more balanced here than they are the other tracks. Like I said, this track does definitely feel narrow. So maybe that's my problem. Maybe it is actually a little bit narrow. I don't know. But you can see how I was at least, you know, maintaining with those other cars right there. And you could actually see, if you go back and watch it, the top two off the start, the guy on the outside actually ended up taking the lead. So when I run a couple lanes up, I actually can flat-foot it, which is how it should be, I think. Probably need to add a little bit more stagger to it. You can see how I'm mostly turned to the left.
5 more to go.
That's probably scrubbing me off quite a bit of speed. In the wall right there. And then that's another thing that this game kind of does is you can see me get into the wall right there and it actually lifted for me. So I don't really like that too much either. So we're coming to 2 to go right here.
2 more laps.
Corey Eliason's going to go up to the top right there. I don't think I would be as fast as I am all the way around the top, but when I kind of run through the middle is where I can kind of maintain with these guys.
checkered flag is flying. That was an awesome race.
Up on two wheels right there, so that's just kind of funny when the AI takes over. So that's going to put us starting 5th in the A main. Obviously, I'm probably not going to go out and run the top the whole time in the A main. I do want to make some setup changes. In practice, the only thing I did was I changed my rear end ratio to a 450. Another thing that might actually help me is if I drop these tube heights down to a 12. I meant to do that in practice, but it's something I kind of forgot about. I'm going to try and add an inch of stagger, and we're just going to see what that does. I feel like the car is really tight through the center right now, so hopefully that kind of frees us up for the A main. And I really don't have a problem with it as much on the bottom when I'm lifting, but when I'm trying to be flat-footed around the top, it's pretty tight. All right, gonna try and keep it clean right here. Gonna try and stay patient, making my way to the front. 50 lap race, so plenty of time. That wasn't too clean. I just went all the way down on the berm for that one. So if you were to run this track on iRacing, you would notice that there's a lot more of a berm. Like, I would not be able to do that at all. That's going to bring out a yellow, probably. One of those cars behind me just got into my left rear and spun around. Also, the equipment that I'm racing with Tony Stewart's car is a lot more durable than my stuff in career mode, for sure. There's another yellow. That was nice. I'm just not a fan of the AI in this game, and you're probably going to hear me say it a lot. I really need to get down there around the bottom again, but it's really hard to pass down there. And then it seems like the AI kind of, when I go to lift in the middle of the corner, they kind of suck back up on me. So far, though, I would be comfortable saying best track in the game that I've done so far. Getting into some pretty good racing right here, though. And I stuff it in the wall. Drop back to 4th on that one. Might even drop back to 5th right here.
This race has been a great one. Let's see what we've got the rest of the way.
I'd say some of this probably just needs to be attributed to me not ever running the 410 in this game.
Any money you spend on our concessions goes directly back into making track improvements. So please enjoy the show.
Like that. That's just me being inexperienced. But I'm having a good time with it, I guess, so. I probably could have added a little bit more stagger to it. It does feel better than it did in the dash.
All proceeds from today's racing action go directly back into the track for improvement. This race has been a great one. Let's see what we've got the rest of the way.
Another thing I'm kind of noticing is how much faster I am down the straightaway than the AI. But that's another weird thing, is it's not every time.
Concessions go directly back into making track improvements. So please enjoy the show and spend what we got. The dirt is really flying out there. This race is getting intense.
So back into the top 5 right here. And we've got, I think that might be the top 3 right in front of us right there.
We are at the halfway point, folks.
Halfway through this one. So still got plenty of time. Doing my best to drive clean, but yeah, you're seeing how that's turning out.
Into a rhythm out there. Great job.
Really, I feel like when I run the bottom like you would in real life, I actually am driving a lot cleaner, so maybe there's something to that, you know?
Our racetrack here, so head on.
It definitely feels better when I do that. Actually, I'm up to 3rd spot now. I don't know where the top 2 are. I don't know who the top 2 are either. But if they are up there, they're quite a ways up there.
The dirt is really flying out there. This race is getting intense.
I'd say one of them is Aaron Reitzel for sure. It kind of looks like, I thought maybe one of those cars was him, but I don't think it is. And it's definitely not.
Any money you spend on our concessions goes
That was pretty bold.
into making track improvements.
That was something you wouldn't have been able to do in real life.
What you got?
But I'm making pretty good time now that I'm not battling for position. So maybe I can catch back up to him. I don't really know. We'll see.
Amazing. That was a great lap.
Yeah, so I probably could have spent a little more time actually just running laps through the AI.
This race has been a great one. Let's see what we've got the rest of the way.
Probably would have helped me out quite a bit. One thing they definitely did capture pretty well with these 410s is how tough they are to keep pointed straight, because it really is a challenge when you get them up off the corner and they're still trying to spin the tires and all that good stuff. Lapping up to 9th at this point, so lapped a pretty good portion of the field already. Little bit of a bump there, but we're all stayed pointed straight.
The drivers seem to be getting into a rhythm out there. Great job. Wow, that was a fast lap.
Big hit right there.
Yellow flag is out. Left.
And a yellow flag for that one. So, looks like it's Paul McMahon and Greg Wilson right here in front of me.
Ready, folks. Hold on to your seats. Here.
I've got quite a bit of damage at this point, so I don't know if I'll have anything for him or not. I might be under attack from behind before too long. Gonna pick off second spot right there. If you heard the announcer right there, he said 10 more laps.
All proceeds from today's racing action goes directly back into the track for improvement.
Yeah, I'm really tight because of that aero damage, but I'm still maintaining, I guess. Looks like Paul McMahon might be a little bit quicker than I am. Almost stuck it in the fence right there.
This race has been a great one. Let's see what we've got the rest of the way. It's go time for the drivers. 5 to go.
Just trying to keep it on the bottom right now.
The dirt is really flying out there. This race is getting intense.
Absolutely just fed a right rear right there. Drop back to 6th now. Probably if I didn't have as much damage, I'd be able to battle for the win. We've got quite a bit of aero damage right now. So this is where we're going to end up in 6th, but a lot of good laps in there. Turned out to be a pretty good race, I guess. It was definitely fun. Once I got into a rhythm and like really got to run my line, it was quite a bit of fun. That's kind of where I feel like this game kind of shines in the way that like you can run laps by yourself and the cars kind of react how they should in real life, but unfortunately for me, the AI kind of ruins it a little bit. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll keep playing it. But yeah, Knoxville is pretty cool on here. It feels a little narrow, like I said, but once you get on your line, it definitely feels like you're going around Knoxville, and it's cool to see kind of the sights of it. You know, obviously the trademark giant retaining walls and the Hall of Fame off in the background is always cool to see. So we're going to end up 6th in that one. Probably could have had something for him if I hadn't gotten myself in trouble so many times, but it was a good one anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments or thoughts about what you think about Knoxville on this game, let me know down below. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks to Nathan Benson Motorsports and G-Force Chassis, Missouri State Construction, Sure-Built Suspensions, DDI Fabrication, and AFD Graphics for everything they do to help us out. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.